And all the congregation lifted up and gave voice. The people also kept weeping that whole night. And all the sons of Israel were complaining against Moses and Aaron. And all the congregation said to them, Would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or if we had died in this wilderness. And why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall in war? Our wives and children will become plunder. Now then, it is better for us to turn back into Egypt. And they said to one another, Let us assign a chief and turn back into Egypt. And Moses and Aaron fell face down before all the congregation of Israel's sons. But Jesus the son of Nawe, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, of those who had spied out the land, ripped their clothes. And they said to all the congregation of Israel's sons, saying, The land, that which we spied out, is very, very good. If the Lord is choosing us, he will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land that is flowing with milk and honey. Only do not become deserters from the Lord. But as for you, do not fear the people of the land, since they are food for us. For the right time is departed from them, but the Lord is among us. Do not fear them. And all the congregation said that they would stone them with stones. And the glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud upon the tent of witness, among all the sons of Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, How long is this people going to provoke me? And how long are they not going to believe me amidst all the signs that I have performed among them? I will strike them with death, and I will destroy them, and I will make you and your father's house into a great nation, and more numerous than this. And Moses said to the Lord, And Egypt will hear that you brought up this people by your might from them. But also all those who dwell upon this land have heard that you are Lord among this people. You who are seen with eyes by eyes, O Lord, and your cloud has stood over them. And you go in front of them in a pillar of cloud during the day, and in a pillar of fire during the night. And you shall wipe out this people as one person, and the nations, as many as have heard your name, shall speak, saying, Because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land, which he swore to them, he strewed them in the wilderness. And now let your strength be exalted, O Lord, in the manner that you spoke, saying, The Lord is long-suffering, and very merciful and true, removing acts of lawlessness and injustice and sin. And by cleansing he will not cleanse the guilty, repaying sins of fathers upon children, until the third and fourth. Forgive this people their sin according to your great mercy, just as you were gracious to them from Egypt until the present. And the Lord said to Moses, I am merciful to them according to your word. But I live, and my name is living. The glory of the Lord shall also fill all the earth. For all the men who saw my glory in the signs that I performed in Egypt and in this wilderness, and tested me this 10th time, and did not listen to my voice, surely they shall not see the land that I swore to their fathers. Instead, their children who are with me here, as many as do not know good nor evil, every inexperienced younger person, to these I will give the land. But all those who provoked me shall not see it. But as for my servant Caleb, because there was another spirit in him and he followed me, I too will bring him into the land, there where he entered, and his offspring shall inherit it. But Amalek and the Canaanite are living in the valley. Tomorrow as for you, return, and set out for the wilderness by way of the Red Sea. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, saying, How long, this wicked congregation? I have heard what they themselves are complaining against me, the complaint of the sons of Israel, which they have complained concerning you. Say to them, I live, says the Lord. Surely in the way you have spoken in my ears, so I will do to you. In this wilderness your limbs shall fall, even your entire tally. And those of you who were enumerated from 20 years and above, as many as complained against me, if you shall enter into the land upon which I stretched out my hand, to make you encamp upon it, except for Caleb son of Jephunneh, and Jesus the son of Nawe. And as for the children who you said would be his plunder, I will lead them into the land, and they shall inherit the land, that which you turned away from. And your limbs shall fall in this wilderness, but your sons shall be feeding in the wilderness for 40 years, and they shall bear your fornication, until your limbs are wasted in the wilderness. According to the number of the days, as many as you spied out the land, 40 days, a day per year. You shall bear your sins for 40 years, and you shall know the wrath of my anger. I, the Lord, have spoken. Surely I will do thus to this evil congregation that has banded together against me. In this wilderness they shall be utterly consumed, and there they shall die. And as for the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land, and when they arrived complained against it to the congregation, in order to bring about evil words concerning the land, the men who were saying bad things against the land also died by a blow before the Lord. And Jesus son of Naue, and Caleb son of Jephunneh, lived on of those men who had gone to spy out the land. And Moses spoke these words to all the sons of Israel, and the people mourned very much. And early in the morning they went up to the top of the mountain, saying, Behold, we here will go up to the place which the Lord has said, because we have sinned. And Moses said, Why are you transgressing the word of the Lord? It will not be easy going for you. Do not go up, for the Lord is not with you, and you will fall before your enemies. For Amalek and the Canaanite are there before you, and you shall fall by dagger, because you have turned away by disobeying the Lord. The Lord will also not be among you. And they acted forcefully, and went up to the top of the mountain. But the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses did not move from the camp. And Amalek came down in the Canaanite, who was lying in ambush in that mountain, and they routed them and cut them down as far as Hermah. And they turned back to the camp. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, When you come into the land of your dwelling, which I am giving you, and you will make an offering to the Lord, a whole burnt offering, or a sacrifice, to magnify a vow, or voluntarily, or to make an odor of fragrance to the Lord at your feasts, whether from the cattle or from the sheep. He who presents his gift to the Lord shall also present a sacrifice of fine flour, 1/10 of an ephah mixed in oil, with a 4th part of a hin. And you shall do wine as a libation, the 4th part of a hin, upon the whole burnt offering or upon the sacrifice. For the one lamb you shall make so much as an offering, an odor of fragrance to the Lord. And for the ram, when you do it as a whole burnt offering, or as a sacrifice, you shall make a sacrifice of 2/10 of fine flour, mixed in oil, the 3rd part of a hin. And you shall present wine as a libation, the 3rd part of a hin, as an odor of fragrance to the Lord. But if you offer one of the cattle as a whole burnt offering, or as a sacrifice to magnify a vow, or for deliverance to the Lord, he shall also present upon the bull calf a sacrifice of fine flour, 3/10 mixed in oil, half a hin, and wine as a libation, half a hin, as an offering, an odor of fragrance to the Lord. Thus you shall do to the one bull calf, or to the one ram, or to the one lamb, from the sheep or from the goats. According to the number of what you might offer, so you shall do to the one, according to their number. Every native shall do such things, to present offerings as an odor of fragrance to the Lord. But if there is a guest among you in your land, or one who is born among you in your generations, and he makes an offering, an odor of fragrance to the Lord, in the manner you yourselves do, so the congregation shall do for the Lord. One law shall be for you, and for the guests who associate themselves among you, an everlasting law for your generations. As you are, also the guests shall be before the Lord. There shall be one law and one statute for you, and for the guest who attaches himself to you. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, When you enter into the land, there where I am bringing you into, and it shall be, when you eat from the loaves of the land, you shall remove an advanced deduction as something set apart for the Lord, as the first fruit of your dough, a loaf. As an advanced deduction you shall set it apart. As an advanced deduction from the threshing floor, so you shall remove it, as the first fruit of your dough, and you shall give to the Lord an advanced deduction for your generations. But when you fail utterly, and do not perform all these commandments that the Lord spoke to Moses, just as the Lord instructed you by the hand of Moses, from the day on which the Lord instructed you, and beyond throughout your generations, and it shall be, if it happens unintentionally outside the eyes of the congregation, all the congregation shall also do one unblemished calf, from the cattle, as a whole burnt offering, as an odor of fragrance to the Lord, and the sacrifice of this and its libation, according to instruction, and one male goat from the goats for sin. And the priest shall make atonement for all the congregation of Israel's sons, and it shall be forgiven them because it is unintentional. And they themselves have brought their gift as an offering to the Lord, for their sin before the Lord, for their unintentional sins. And it shall be forgiven with respect to all the congregation of Israel's sons, and for the guest who attaches himself to you, because for all the people it is unintentional. Now if one soul sins unintentionally, he shall bring forward 1-year-old female goat for sin, and the priest shall make atonement concerning the soul that acts unintentionally, and sins unintentionally before the Lord, to make atonement for him. For the local inhabitant among Israel's sons, and for the guest who associates himself among them, there shall be one law for them, whoever might have acted unintentionally, and a soul that shall act with a hand of arrogance, from the natives or from the guests, this one provokes God. That soul shall be completely destroyed from his people, because he despised the word of the Lord, and scattered his commandments. That soul shall be wiped out with a wiping, his sin is in him. And the sons of Israel were in the wilderness, and they found a man gathering sticks on the day of the Sabbaths. And those who found him gathering sticks brought him to Moses and Aaron, and to all the congregation of Israel's sons. And they placed him in custody, for they did not decide what they should do to him. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Let the man by death be put to death. Stone him with stones, all the congregation. And all the congregation brought him forth outside the camp. And all the congregation stoned him with stones outside the camp, just as the Lord instructed Moses. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall speak to them, and let them make for themselves fringes on the flaps of their garments throughout their generations. And you shall put on the fringes of the flaps a blue thread, and it shall be for you on the fringes, and you shall see them and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and you will do them. And you shall not turn aside after your thoughts and after your eyes, in the things after which you whore, so that you shall remember and do all my commandments, and you shall be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God.